Hello. Now you may look at the title of this video and go, oh, this is clearly a student. This problem has got to be really bad. And it is. Our high schools have in this country, the United States of America, I'm not sure how well you can hear me. Our high schools in the United States of America have a serious disciplinary problem. And the problem stems from, the fact that in high schools, even a tiny one like the one I'm going to, and I'm going to be free from forever in 6 weeks, thank Christ, there'll be, this specific, or not really, there'll be these groups of kids who are seemingly worse than most, and in most cases, we call those middle schoolers. Well, here's the thing. The middle schoolers that I wind up interacting with are some of the most pleasant people that I interact with in a given day. The problem is we have people who are sophomores, juniors, seniors acting like they're 12. Like, these are people who are 15, 16, 17, 18. Like, people who should know a fuck of a lot better than they act. And there's going to be some wind noise, because it's a fairly breezy day when I'm recording this. And the thing is, these are the type of kids that I'm complaining about. They're essentially, they're in the same age demographic as I am. Essentially, like that, 15 to 19 sort of, and my cat meowed, sort of age range. And the thing is, these kids are just awful people. I'm not saying that's every student I wind up interacting with, every one of my classmates that I wind up interacting with on a given day, because that is far from the truth. There are a lot of very, very pleasant people that I interact with on a daily basis. But the problem comes by you have these kids who act like these, people who are going to be in society in not all that long, a year and a half, 2 years, who are acting like they're 12. And you have teachers and administrations who don't want to fucking do anything because they're afraid of the parents, who also clearly haven't done anything. Now, I'm not one of these people who sides with the public school system blindly. I do not. In fact, more often than not, if it comes to a parental rights argument, I am going to side with the parent, because the parent has the right to parent the child in any way they can. That does not exempt them from criticism. Some parents don't parent their fucking kids. They're fucking demon spawn little shithead kids. And those are not the kids that I'm talking about. Whenever you hear that, you probably typically think of, little Gen Alpha shits. I'm not talking about Gen Alpha. I'm talking about people who are my age and 2 or 3 years younger. People who are in high school and they can't behave civilly. Because clearly the parents haven't done anything, and the schools, for some reason, aren't allowed to do anything because, oh, God forbid we piss off the parents. At a certain point, you have to step in and fucking do something. Because the classes that I have to deal with, they're in the second half of the day, which could be a contributor. But if that is a contributor, then these kids clearly don't give a single fuck. I don't really give all that many fucks. I'm a C student, for Christ's sake. But you have these kids who are just absolute monsters. And, you know, the second half of my day, that's all ag classes. I'm in a rural area. Like the second half of my day, there's 3 teachers in that department. All 3 of them are some of the best people you will ever meet. My problem is not with them. And I'm not being pro-establishment. I have problems with certain teachers in the school that I go to, and I don't have problems with other teachers that are in my school. Like it's a very clear thing, or delineation, I don't know. This is going to be uncut. You can decipher what I'm laying down here, or hopefully. The problem comes with the fact that the teachers essentially can't do anything. They have to, they can't just send a kid to the office. They can file a report, and then, if they're, really, really done, or, really feel like there's no other option, they can send the kid to the office. Now, the thing with the reports is that the teacher is allowed 1 report per class per day, right? And you got to factor in lunches and, grading and organizational periods and stuff. So they can really only, a given teacher can really only do 9 reports a day. And there are some students in my school who 10 years ago, when I was in 3rd grade, 10 years ago, if there were high school students acting the way they do, in the classes that I am in now, they would either be suspended every other week, expelled because the school was sick of their bullshit, or at the very least probably would have gotten detention every single day of the year. But because we as a society have decided that we can't call anyone out on their bullshit, you're stuck with these asshole people who are gonna wind up getting themselves arrested. It shouldn't have to come to that, and it shouldn't, this problem should not be to the point where the fellow student recognizes the problem and is a lot of the time seemingly the only person who is recognizing this. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, then you're not fitting the vibe of the room. The vibe of the room is being set by 4 or 5 people in a 25-person class. That is a low percentage of the people. It is that obnoxious silent. It is that obnoxious, loud minority. And then the silent majority is just let there, and we just have to fucking deal with it. And that's bullshit. And I don't think this video is gonna do very well. I think I'm gonna get 12 views on this, or maybe it'll go viral. I don't know. Virality's fucking relative in this day and age. It used to be you got 1,000 views on a video, and it's like, holy shit, everybody in the world has seen this thing. But, that's besides the point. There needs to be a change in the overall, disciplinary systems we have in place in our high schools. I'm not saying bring back paddling, because that is not something that a government employee should be allowed to do. And that's essentially what teachers are. Some people are going to be pissed off at me saying that, but you work for a public school, you're a government employee. The tax dollars, some of your tax dollars go into that salary. Some people are going to be pissed off that I relegate them to just government employees. Some teachers are amazing. Some are not. It's like, but that's just my own ramblings on a problem that has become very clear to me. And hopefully, a change comes so that future students don't have to deal with the type of shit that I've had to put up with this year. Like, and I'm not talking about me being bullied. I'm talking, like, a lot of the time I'm not even interacting directly with these asshole kids. It's just I'm recognizing that they can't fucking behave. They respect nothing and no one, which is not a good thing. I'm not saying trust authority blindly. You should never trust or follow anyone blindly, especially that you do not know. But those are my probably mildly inane ramblings on a problem that fucking needs solved. Thank you for watching.